So I am doing a watercolor painting of a house for my neighbor. I really wanted to just give him something for helping us take care of our dogs, and they're amazing. So anyways, I started out by taking a picture of their house and then just taking this fine line 0.4 marker and drawing out the outline of their house. Now, usually I do the watercolor painting first and then I add in the lines in the black marker over top, but I'm kind of experimenting around with a different technique right now. So I am using this green to shade in the grass, and I don't want to hit the numbers because I'm afraid it will bleed. So when you're doing watercolors, the way that your brush is going is really important in order to give it that effect, that layered effect, and the directionality that you need when you're painting. So as you can see, I'm going back and forth in the grass right here just to give it some direction. And this is my palette, just a little tiny bit of green. I've got this sap green, and then I'm also using this deep green, and actually it's more just the sap green, just a tiny bit of water on there. Y'all, I'm not the biggest person about like technique and materials and everything. I just kind of try to paint what I feel and what looks good. So that to me looks pretty good with the grass. Let me turn this guy around in the sunshine so you can see. So now I'm going to be working on the darker bushes. So I am going to pull into that darker green there. And just a touch of water. And I'm using cardboard because usually most people will use plastic. And you could. But I'm using cardboard because that's what I have. So now I want to go into these bushes, and like I said, the direction of your brush, really important. And in creating these little spaces, these blobs of darker green so that it can actually look like bushes. And there's two bushes here. So I know that the bush kind of comes down like that a little bit and kind of hunches over. I'm going to do that. Put some darker blobs at the end, at the bottom there. And then just pull it down, kind of like if you were looking at it and the sun was hitting it, what direction would those bushes go in? So then there's one more bush over here, and I'm just going to touch him. And a few little spriggies. Okay, let's touch that. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the brown because I want to hit on that darker soil that they have around their house. So I'm touching the brown, and then I'm also touching the black. So I'm almost making it like a black brown there. Too much black. Okay. So now what I want to do is I just want to put like a really gentle shadow underneath these bushes. Kind of to draw a differentiation between like where the house is and where the soil is, or their edging. Actually did some landscaping and it looks nice, and so I want to make sure I get that. So again, I'm thinking about the sunshine, I'm thinking about the way the light hits. And right there, I just kind of did a touch of that brown, like right by the walkway. And then I'm gonna do it right up here. And I kind of want to be careful where I pull that brown into, because I don't want to pull it into too much. All right. So we've got the green, we've got the brown. I like the way that looks. Now the shutters are really dark brown. So I'm actually going to pull some black in there first. And just a hint of this brown. And see where I drew all those lines there? I'm just going to go the same direction as those lines. Okay. And their shutters are kind of like a brownish color. Going same direction. Don't want to like smear it too much, because then I will mess up my ink, I think. Okay. So I've got that brown in there a little bit. I'm excited about that. And now the roof is a gray, like a steely gray color. So I'm gonna wet my brush, dry it off a little bit, and then I'm gonna pull in this black. And I'm mixing it around until I find the shade that I want. I don't want it too wet, because this is gonna be really even. Okay, see how my lines are going down? I wanna pull it down in the direction that my lines are. And these little puddles at the end there, you want to put them where the dark spots are in your painting. So that you don't have like random little spots. Okay, see how that's already drying? I'm hoping I'm getting the same color. I kind of want to do it all in one. I want to work kind of fast because I want to get the same color. And whenever I mix and do my brush again, there's a potential that it might get a different color. Okay, I like the way that that looks. That gives it some directionality. That gives it some texture. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing on either side with this side. I'm going in the same direction as my lines. I'm going to do that a little bit lighter. And this one, same thing. Going in the same direction as my lines. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just don't want to smudge those lines that I've already done. And this does not look like it's quite dark enough for me. So I'm pulling down so I can get the darker part at the bottom. Think about the sunshine. Sunshine's hitting the top of the roof. I'm pulling down so that the shadow is down here. Okay. All right, I'm done with that. Don't want to go back and touch it up anymore. Now, their house, well, let me keep working with this black since I already have it. Okay, I'm going to go in the same direction as the walkway. So the walkway goes across like this, where my little lines are right there that hit that. So I'm going across, and then here, just gonna touch the street up. Okay, their door is blue, so I already drew that in with a Recollections Fine Tip Horizon Signature Especial Extra Fine Writer in this really cool blue color. So I'm gonna keep that the way that it is, and I like the way the lines look on that. And then my last thing is they have this little like golden tree out front. So I'm going to paint that. And I'm going to blob it because it's a tree. And I want to get the effect of the leaves and the sunlight and just pull a little thing down there. Okay, that's good. Smooth it out a little bit. And then the last thing that I want to do here, a little touch of green for this tree on the side, little squigglies for the stuff there. And then I want to do the brick. So now that I know what that tree looks like, I'm going to pull in a little bit more red. And their house is kind of like a red, bricky color, but it's not all red. So I'm actually just going to touch it in a couple of spots to give it that brick look. And then those blobs of water there will dry a little bit darker. And I've already created the texture there with those bricks. So there we go. Okay, haven't done this before, haven't drawn it out and then did the watercolor, but I think that turned out pretty nice. And so you've got some of it in it. It's not completely dry, but I put their little address on there, pulled those colors and those watercolors, and oh yeah, I've got to do the chimney. I want to do that. I want to leave that out. Just a teeny tiny touch of color there. Perfect. Love it. So those colors are showing the directionality and it gives it a little bit more depth. Hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas. And while I do this, actually, I'm going to put a touch of blue in for the sky. Because that watercolor, oh, that's purple. Well, we'll do a teeny tiny bit of purple and yellow. Oh no, oh boy, that's not blue. Let's just do yellow then. Okay, let's do a yellow sunshiny sky. Just, ooh, there we go. Let's just hit that. Pretty. Remember, it's the sky, so I'm going across. Going across there so I can give the direction of the horizon. Ooh, sweet. It's so cute. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed. Got a couple useful tips. This will be going in this frame here for my neighbors because they take care of my dogs all the time. They're amazing. So that's kind of what it's going to look like. And hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you later. Bye.